All right, you guys are either going to hate this video or love this video, but either way, you should probably like and subscribe. I don't know. I usually never say that. I just felt like saying it this time. I have to say big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces. My guy Tyler there hooked me up. I purchased this watch and that Seiko and this other G-Shock. I'm going to get these videos done on all three of these. But I've purchased many watches from Exquisite Timepieces. It's so cool that they're so stacked with no matter what you want. And, you know, my journey currently is the more affordable side of things. Clearly, that's why we're looking at G-Shocks and Seikos, but they go full all the way up to scale. However much money you have in your budget, they will help you spend it for sure. Whether it's, you know, a few $100s for an entry-level watch like this one is only $300. And if you work with my guy Tyler, I'm sure he'll help you out with spending $300 if that's what you want to do, if that's what's in your budget and you want to pick up one of these GravityMasters. So this guy here, GRB300-8A2, using the module 5719, which I overall find most G-Shocks or Casios fairly intuitive. Like, I don't have to thumb through this. This isn't the right book for it, but is this one it? Yeah, this one. You could. I mean, there's going to be tons of info in here because this watch is going to do more things than what I would ask of it. But I was able to, I think, set the time. I don't know that I could explain to you how I did it, but I just did it. So it's mostly done through this crown here. So you pop it out one position. You can set your dual time because it is a dual time, that sub-dial just above the 6. You can set that one, and it has an AM PM indicator. You pop it all the way out to the 3rd position, and then you can change all the other things. But I didn't know what I was doing. I just experimented and figured it out. So like I said, I'm not going to be able to give you a tutorial on that or explain it, but I think G-Shock High Fashion and some other channels, they do a really good job of explaining that stuff. If you're not familiar with those channels, then you're probably not a full-on G-Shock nerd. So case size on this, I measured from here to here, 47.8 millimeter. The lug to lug, which I measured basically from that screw to that screw, is 54.8. The thickness, excluding all these extra bumps just from the case back to this metal part, is 14.3 millimeter. So it's a bigger watch for sure, but in the world of G-Shock, it's fairly normal. Like, I have this older one here, and they're nearly identical in size. If anything, I think this GravityMaster might be a touch thinner. The strap definitely feels a little bit higher quality, but this is a more entry-level G-Shock, whereas this one I still consider entry-level in the G-Shock world at the $300 price point. It does have tough solar. Awesome. Has dual time, like I mentioned, 200-meter water resist. It has a countdown timer. You know, you can see up here it's pointing at the date. But if we go, they're labeled on the back. So we have mode, connect, light, and find. I believe you can connect this to your phone, and you can also use it to help find your phone. I believe that's how that's done. But if we click mode, you'll see it jump. So it jumped over to ST, that's stopwatch, and you'll see everything kind of assemble and get ready to do that function. That one now ends up being your timer corresponding with that, and then it should be just start-stop functions. So I think you start it and stop it like a normal chronograph. And then reset. Next mode is a countdown timer, which is kind of fun because you get to watch the chronograph hand or seconds hand go in reverse. That's always kind of a fun little thing. Same thing, stop, reset. And then we have the alarms, which are off because you can tell by this, that'll spin and it'll show like more color if it's in the on position. So, and then back to your timekeeping mode. So it's pointing towards the T in between the W and the F. That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we're on Thursday. The dual time is, I didn't set that. Your date is here, the 3rd. The seconds The seconds hand hits the marks dead on, so that's perfect. And then your hour and minute hand. We also have a light, and we have a little bit of lume too. Let's pop this on wrist. I'm like staring at this, and every time I get in some cool, fun G-Shocks, I start to wonder, like, why do I not spend more time with G-Shocks? I still am not typically drawn towards these larger ones, but I definitely have room in my collection for a couple of pieces if they interest me. Like this one, I actually picked up from my buddy Rudy. He picked up this colorway. There's many different colorways of this GravityMaster. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, GravityMaster right there. It has the rubber keeper. It has plastic hardware. So it's extremely comfortable. Now, when I get to this guy, this is probably going to be more my speed. It's a thinner, more conservative size. Still gives you the analog readout. It gives you some digital readouts as well that are kind of fun to look at. So I'm going to be very interested in this one. Also has the rubber keeper. That's something that is just before you get to the MTG line, which is going to end up with a metal keeper, which isn't necessarily a deal breaker. But these guys here are also very good offerings at, what is it, $390. So it's only slightly more than this. And it has more metal, more colors, and just a smaller, sleeker profile. That's going to be something that I'm going to personally be more interested in. These ones are always fun and easy to get. They have some really cool dials and everything. So let's give this one a quick blast with the UV light so we can check out the lume on it. And of course, I will fire up the light, which is this top right button here. So let's check that out. So yeah, it's nice to have the lume. And then again, I can't help but think with G-Shock, with the Casio GA2100s or whatever number they pick, like, give us this lume. Is it? And then of course, the super powerful LED lights up the dial. But being that I'm typically more of a diver watch type guy, I just want this lume. That light I'm probably never really going to use. I'm sure it's handy for some people and they like it, but if I have a good lume there, I'm good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. I know I went long. I'll see you on the next vid.